So are you trying to lose that stubborn belly fat and get in shape for summer? If so, you want to stick around because I'm going to share with you the things that you should be doing right now to lose 15 pounds of fat as a woman over 40 without crash dieting. If you're new here, I'm Ursula. Welcome to the channel. I lost 70 pounds in 9 months by focusing on clean eating, running, and strength training. After losing the 70 pounds, I had a tummy tuck because the loose skin around my abdomen was affecting my workouts. I then went on to lose an additional 16 pounds training for a marathon. So today I'm going to share with you the things that you should be doing right now to blast fat so you can be in shape by summer. So the first thing you want to do is you want to track your intake. And I know I heard the collective side, people don't like to track what they eat. But this is extremely important because we need to know what it is that we're putting into our bodies. Nutrition is the most important part of weight loss. When you have that abdomen fat around your tummy area, that is because of poor nutrition. And I know because I had it. It was all sugar. Once I stopped eating the sugar and I was tracking what I was eating to ensure that I wasn't getting in a lot of sugar in my diet, then that fat started to melt off. And so it's extremely important that you know what it is that you're putting into your body so that you can ensure that it is actually helping you to reach your weight loss goals. Now, what I like to do is to use the TDEE calculator to determine how many grams of carbs, proteins, and fats that I need. And then I put those goals into MyFitnessPal, and you can use any food tracker that you have or that's out there, but I use MyFitnessPal. I put those goals into MyFitnessPal, and then I track what I eat against those goals, and it's really easy. Once I hit those goals for the day, then I stop eating, and that is where we tend to go wrong when we're not tracking what we're eating. We lose track of exactly how much we've had for the day, and we just continue to consume, and we're overeating. We're not in a calorie deficit, and therefore we're not going to lose the weight. So it's going to be extremely important to track what you're eating, not only so that you can ensure that you're in a calorie deficit, but also so that you can ensure that you're eating the right mix of calories between protein, carbs, and fat. Another thing that you want to be doing in order to lose the fat by summer is focusing on protein. Protein is the building block of muscle, and muscle helps us to burn fat. So if you're not feeding your muscles the proper fuel, then you're not going to be able to burn off the fat that you want to burn off in time for summer. So you have to focus on getting in more protein throughout the course of the day. Now, what your intake of protein should be may look slightly different than what my intake of protein should be. And the way you determine how much protein you should be eating in a day is go to the TDEE calculator, put in your information, and let it tell you, based on your goals, how many grams of protein you should be aiming for every day. Now, a good rule of thumb is 0.7 to 1 gram of protein for every pound that you weigh. So if I was using that calculation and I wanted to do rough math at 1 gram of protein per pound, then I would eat 140 grams of protein per day. Now, to get a more accurate number, you want to go to the TDEE calculator and let it tell you precisely how many grams of protein you should be aiming for every day. Now, one of the things you'll find is that the calculator does give you 3 different choices: low, moderate, and high carb. What you want to focus on is the moderate to low carb because that means moderate to high protein. Now, I actually use both sets of goals as part of my nutrition plan. So when I am running long distances, I will use the moderate carb plan because I need a few more carbs in my diet to fuel my runs. On the days when I'm not running as much, then I will use the low carb plan because I don't need as many carbs, and I definitely need more protein on those days in order to fuel my daily activities. But starting out, you can always focus on just the moderate carb, which is the moderate protein route, and track your food intake against those goals. The next thing you want to do to lose 15 pounds by the summertime is to ensure that you're hydrated. And you do this by drinking a minimum of 64 ounces of water per day. And this is pure water. No coffee, no tea, no soft drinks, no anything like that. You want to drink pure water. This will help you to stay properly hydrated. It will help your body to perform functions like burning fat more efficiently. And so you want to ensure that you are well hydrated, drinking a minimum of 64 ounces of water per day. Now, of course, 64 ounces is the minimum. If you're doing any type of cardio or strength training, you're also going to want to be drinking additional water during those workouts as well. So 64 ounces is the minimum, but you may go over that because you're going to be incorporating cardio as well as strength training into your routine. And speaking of cardio, you're going to want to incorporate cardio into your movement plan at least 4 times a week. And I recommend that you do 30 to 45 minutes of cardio, no more than 45 minutes, because after that, our body tends to switch from burning fat to burning muscle, and you certainly don't want to burn off your muscle. You need that in order to burn the fat. So no more than 45 minutes per session for cardio, but you want to do this at least 4 times a week. And it doesn't really matter what type of cardio it is. You just want to get your heart rate into an elevated state over an extended period of time. So you can do things like walking and running and hiking and HIIT workouts and boot camps and climbing, and it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't really matter. You get to choose what that movement is. In addition to cardio, you're going to want to strength train at least 4 times per week. And I know as women, we tend to not want to pick up the weights. We don't want to look bulky. We don't want to look muscular, but you have to pick up the weights and strength train because you have to build your muscles. And again, the reason why we need our muscle mass is because that muscle helps us to burn fat. So we're going to have to pick up the weights. I recommend 4 times a week on a split. And what I mean by split is just simply hitting the major muscle groups 1 time a week. So typically my splits look something like chest and back on one day. I'll do arms and shoulders on another day. I'll do legs and glutes on another day. And then sometimes I will try to either get in another session of arms and shoulders or legs and glutes. And then I also do core work 3 to 4 times per week. So that should give you an idea of how to structure your workouts throughout the course of the week so that you are in fat burning mode and you can burn off the 15 pounds by summertime. Now, if you're really interested in losing 15 pounds by summer, but you're feeling overwhelmed by the information that I'm giving to you, you're saying, hey, this is a lot of information, I still don't know how to put it together, let me recommend that you check out the Blast Fat Get Fit Blueprint. This is a 30-day done-for-you plan where I put everything together for you. There is a done-for-you meal plan. You don't even have to count the macros. If you just follow the meal plan, you're going to get in the macros that you need in order to be in a calorie deficit and to lose the 15 pounds of fat. You also get all of the workouts that you do right in the comfort of your home. I give you an actual schedule and tell you on what days to do what workouts. You can do it from home using body weight or bands or dumbbells. I've made it completely easy for you. No counting required, no thought process required. Just follow the plan for 30 days. So if this is something that interests you, check out blastfatgetfit.com and join almost 100 other ladies who are following the program right now, burning fat and getting fit for summer. The last thing you want to focus on right now, if you're looking to lose 15 pounds of fat by summer, is prioritizing your sleep. Now, this is super important because when we are not getting adequate rest, then our body is not burning fat. Your body burns fat, and it actually performs most of those biological functions when you are at rest. So when you cut the rest short, then your body does not perform those functions. I can clearly tell when I am not getting enough rest because my fat burning machine slows down, and yours does too. So you want to prioritize sleep, whatever that number looks like for you. Mine is 7 hours. That's my threshold. If I'm getting at least 7 hours of quality sleep per night, then I know that I am still in fat burning mode. I wake up refreshed. I'm able to get up and I am getting in my workout. I don't have those cravings all morning that cause me to overeat. But when I am not getting in at least 7 hours of quality sleep per night, I wake up really groggy and tired. A lot of times I will skip that workout. I'm cranky all day and I'm trying to soothe those cravings by eating anything and everything in sight. It causes me to overeat, and now I'm in that spiral again where now I am putting on fat because I'm no longer in a calorie deficit. And on top of that, I'm not giving my body an opportunity to burn fat because I'm not at rest long enough at night. So prioritize sleep, whatever that number looks like for you, whatever your threshold is, make sure you are getting adequate sleep per night. I highly recommend at least 7 hours of sleep per night if you want your body to be in optimal fat burning mode. Now, I know that as women over 40, we tend to have a more difficult time burning fat, but I promise you, if you incorporate these things into your weight loss and fitness routine, you will burn fat and get fit for the summer. And if you don't believe me, here's a review from Valette, who is one of our Blast Fat Get Fit members. She says that she is 65 years young. She is on week 3 of the program, and she can tell a difference in her clothes. Now, she hasn't gotten on the scale because I teach don't get on the scale. She says that she bought something in March, but it was fitting really snug, and just 3 weeks into the Blast Fat Get Fit program, she can tell that it's working because now that same outfit fits her comfortably. She says that she is following the meal plan, doing the exercises, drinking her water, and it is working. Y'all, she is 65 years young. If it is working for her, it will work for you. All right, so I'm going to answer a question from one of our Get Fit community members at Steph's Health Matters. Asked, how tall are you? And Steph, I am 5'5", and I actually get this question a lot. If you found me from the video of me running on the treadmill, I looked a little shorter in the original video, the before video, and then in the after video, I looked a little taller, and people were like, oh, you grew. No, I actually didn't. I am still 5'5". I think that because I have a slimmer waistline, I lost all of the fat around my midsection, and then I had a tummy tuck, so now my torso is a lot leaner. It makes me look taller, but I promise you, I am still 5'5". Thanks so much, Steph, for the question. All right, if this video has been helpful to you, take a moment and give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't joined the community yet, take a moment, hit the subscribe button. I would love to have you here as part of our community. I am cheering you on because I know that if you want to lose this 15 pounds of fat by the summertime, you absolutely can do it. Focus, incorporate these tips, and if you need the assistance of the Done For You program, check out the Blast Fat Get Fit Blueprint. I am cheering you on because I know that you can do it. Take care, and I'll see you soon.